Today on Jolliker's Hamlet talk show, we will be meeting Machiavelli. Machiavelli was a thinker who faulted Christians for regarding it as morally reprehensible to assassinate even tyrannical rulers. As far as history goes, Machiavelli was an Italian philosopher in the 1500s. His most noticeable book, The Prince, was published in 1513. Here today to discuss his teachings and how his idea inspired Shakespeare, brought back from the dead, is Machiavelli.
Ciao, buongiorno, amici.
Machiavelli, we are in Italy here. We are in America. Would you please speak in English? We would like to welcome you here today, and we would like to hear your thoughts on your lens.
Of course. First of all, thank you for inviting me. The trip didn't take too long, and I hope I hadn't left you waiting for too long.
Of course not. So, first off, can you tell the audience, how do you view Christianity?
Of course I can do that for you. Christianity makes men sterile in two ways. First, the hopes for happiness and prosperity are directed towards the afterlife. We are humans, thus are less devoted to the moment, the life of here and now. Second, Christianity extols the ability to patiently wait for one's life's lot. We are not able to take fortune. We must take life into our own hands. Destiny has a way of making it all good in the end.
That is a very distinct idea. It seems that your ideas, but also more recent times, motivated not only scholars and philosophers in your time. Shakespeare, the playwright who wrote Hamlet, the play we are discussing today in terms of your beliefs, was also inspired.
There's a very strong connection to your belief in Christianity in those ways that Claudius manipulates the play to show the readers how he accomplishes everything. Would it be reasonable to say that you believe Claudius had to kill his brother?
Yes, I would absolutely say that the character of Claudius felt justified in killing the king, as I believe the ends justify the means. Claudius did what he did because it was his right to become king. If he hadn't killed his brother, then he wouldn't have become king, and the play wouldn't have happened, and the world wouldn't have had one of the first characters, Hamlet, who could speak for himself and share his ideas with those who wanted to listen.
And what are your views in regard to the marriage between Gertrude and Claudius?
Oh, actually, we're out of time. But in regards to that last question, a presentation has been provided by some students who studied Claudius in terms of Machiavelli. Let's finish off by concluding some ideas from Machiavelli. First, the ends justify the means.
Second, it is righteous to do what must be done. It is destiny.
Violence, hypocrisy, and willpower are the way to lead.
And now for the presentation. Thanks for watching.
My brother is dead, the filthy, weak mongrel. To lose a brother is no easy feat, but to murder one in cold blood is one that requires much daring. Ah, that poor boy, whether his madness is a fault of his own or a result of his love madness, I cannot help but feel my actions are in some way to blame for his demented state. But no, I am innocent nonetheless. To fend of Fortinbras and maintain sovereignty is an engagement of such importance, and that it defies petty moral. My actions are beyond sin. By their very weighty importance, they transcend sin.
Why so dejected, my king?
Queen, am I good to you?
What do you mean?
Is my soul still as pure as the day I was born? Or am I sullied and rotten in my being's essence?
I can't imagine why you would ask such questions.
Of course you can't, pretty petty woman. This is not something you could hope to understand. You are plain, drab, and ordinary. Hopeless would your attempt to be to reckon with such thoughts.
Thoughts of what?
Sin and justice, barbarity, cunning, and the harsh circumstances that compel actions as such. Morality and impunity. Tell me, dear Gertrude, am I not king? Great dance and the like?
Yes.
Am I not an enlightened man? One befitted by the great divine with impartial reasoning and deep logic. A born leader with the ability to recognize disease and debauchery before it can set its roots.
I do believe so.
Then am I to be bound by the same trivial laws that govern that everyday man? Having been gifted by God with such ability and resolve, am I not entitled to surpass the holy dictates that he set in place to govern the rabble?
I cannot believe my ears, King. No man can trump the word of God. His laws are set in stone. Our Christian morals and edicts are not to be challenged.
No, you don't understand. I, man, do not surpass the will of God. It is the will of God that I surpass the shabby constructs of our morals to create and improve. God befits me with such power to maintain and advance Denmark. And with such power, I am immune to the common ideals. My only ideal is to fulfill God's wish and create a strong, unified Denmark.
Man is imperfect, my king. Thus, no man is above the will of God. He directs our impurity.
How am I impure?
Well, surely even you have sinned before.
Thick, dense, boorish woman. Do you not understand that I am above sin? Your husband is lost, but I am not to blame, no matter what my actions may have been. I am compelled by destiny and the holy divine.
King, however valid you think your point may be, there is no need for us to use such an angry tone. Please calm yourself.
Get out! Murder is a vile act. When committed by the ordinary people, it is the ultimate treachery. But I am not common. My destiny is to rule and dominate. I am born with direction, while the rest of mankind is lost. My duty is guide mankind no matter how. Whether I rule as a lion, strong, powerful, and resolute, or a fox, sneaky, cunning, and devious, I am justified.
How are you, King?
Not well.
Not well.
I fear my brilliance is being lost to a world of narrow-minded, weak-witted ingrates.
Why do you say that?
I killed Hamlet.
Yes, sir, I'm aware. But you should feel no guilt. You are the strong leader this country has been waiting for. Hamlet was barely able to drive back to Fortinbras. But for how long? No, King, you should not feel any guilt.
And I do not. But just as I should feel no guilt, were the people to find out, they should feel no anger. However, it is their simple minds that prevent them from realizing that morality is nothing. Advancement is key, and nothing should be considered lost if it was sacrificed in the name of progress.
I realize it, King. I realize you are such a leader. And that is why I continue to support you today. One day, when Denmark is in the envy of the world, you'll be justified in your actions, and me in mine.
My marriage to Gertrude was truly a wise move. I usurped the throne by killing my brother. Usurped the young Hamlet by convening the electorate committee, and finally cemented my title by marrying the widowed queen.
The wisest among us, every opportunity to help further themselves. A better marriage could not be imagined. With this wedding, the greatest, most dominant leader Denmark has known has been brought to rule. Thus, this marriage will be remembered as the nuptial that brought prosperity and order to Denmark.
Leave me, Polonius. I have to think about how to deal with the psychotic Hamlet. Maybe I'll send him off to some foreign land where he cannot cause any further unrest.
This is a wise idea, sir. I will be leaving. Good night.
Good night.